Got my master's degree, got my bachelor's degree. Please give me a wild card. I just need one wild card. Can we appreciate my eyeshadow today? You get 60 days, I get 30 days free. Luckily for me, not so luckily for my bank account, Exhibit A. Hello lovely bookworms, I'm Esmay from Paradise Pages on Instagram and also on Twitter, and welcome to a new video. Today is going to be a new Game of the Books video. As I said, I'm back. I'm super excited to dive right into it again, and in general, yeah, excited to be back. Got my master's degree, got my bachelor's degree, done studying. I am working currently and life's looking good. Also, can we appreciate my eyeshadow today? I tried my hardest. I will definitely film another video with the same eyeshadow look, but I'll wear a different shirt so it doesn't look completely the same. Anyway, today, as I said, we're going back to my Game of the Books. We're going to be doing 5 rolls today, and I thought I'd quickly go over the color. So I have green, which is something physical about the book. I then have orange, which is just something content-wise of the book. I have blue, which is my physical TBR. I am going very, very yellow, I'm sorry. And then yellow, stay in the theme there, is actually one of your recommendations. And then the purple, the final one, is going to be a wild card. I'm going to quickly put this away because it's messing with the color of my face. And yeah, those are the colors. So we have 5 colors, 1 wild card. Let's see if the board is nice to me. I'll stop talking. I'm pretty sure I also explained a bit more about the colors in the first clip anyway, so you'll see that in a bit. And let's just start with the first roll. So welcome back to the board once again. It's been a while since I touched this one because the last time I played this game was with my DESERTATHON board, but we're back to the regular board. Just quickly going over the rules. So we have, from the top of my head, so green is something physical about the book, orange is something that is sort of the contents of the book, blue is my physical TBR, and then yellow is a recommendation from you guys, and then the purple is still the wild card. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Start with the first roll. Let's hope we don't roll high. We're doing 5 rolls this time around, and let's start with the first one. That is a 7. There we go, 7. 7 is a green, so something physical about the book. We are going for a red cover. So roll number one was a red cover, so something physical about the book, a green prompt that is. And for that one, I actually am going to continue my rereads because when I was writing my thesis, I wanted something quick and easy, and so I decided to do some rereading. So one of the things I actually did reread was one of my absolute favorites, and that's The Hunger Games. I finished The Hunger Games, and I'm actually now continuing on to Catching Fire. And no surprise there, it is very red, so I am going to choose the red cover for the red cover prompt. I do have to say that I think all of you already know The Hunger Games, so I'm not going to explain it anymore, but I think the books are really, really good, and it was high time for me to reread them. So that is book number 1. Let's now move on to roll number 2. Moving on to roll number 2. Ooh, nearly knocked over the elephant there. Roll number 2 is an, oh gosh, that's an 18. There you go, 18. A blue, meaning a physical TBR. Let's quickly move that out of the way a little bit. Blue is physical TBR, which is a new purchase. Okay, that's an interesting one. So that's the next one. So prompt number 2 was a blue, I'm holding it upside down, and that is actually blue, a new purchase. Luckily for me, not so luckily for my bank account, I've gotten a lot of those. I've bought quite a couple of books in the last time, and one of the books that I actually bought was one that I bought at Goldsboro in London, and that is The Hatmakers by Tamsin Merchant. I don't know that much about this. I think it's about a shop that sells hats. At least I'm guessing, or at least about people who make hats. I know that it's magical, and I've heard a lot of raving reviews about this. It is a middle grade from what I know, and I'm just in general so excited to dive right into this one. So this is gonna be my second book. That said, I'm not so sure I want to read the physical copy because of how beautiful the copy is that I have. So I hope that Scribd will have an audiobook or an ebook. If you want to try out Scribd, by the way, a link to a 60-day trial is down below. You get 60 days, I get 30 days free, so I think that's a win-win situation, so you can check that out down below. That said, let's move on to roll number 3. Moving on to roll number 4. Please give me a wild card. I just need one wild card. Come on, please. 17. Okay. Another physical TBR. Number 3 is a short book. Do we even have a short physical TBR book? I have no clue. We'll see about that one. Okay, number 3. Roll number 3 was another one, and that is a blue short book. I wanted to say another blue, but yeah, the blue is a short book, and so it's a physical book. I had difficulty because I don't have a lot of short books. The first one that came to mind was How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories, but I read that one recently, so I was out of options. So what I did is I scoured my shelves, and then I found one that I also recently got, kind of, and let me grab it. And that is actually one that I've heard good things about as well, and that is Gallant by V. Schwab. I think this is also a middle grade, and it's a horror mystery kind of thing. Ooh, there was something in here. Look how beautiful that is. Anyway, I know absolutely nothing about this besides the fact that I have it. So, it's short. I think it's short. It's approximately the same size as The Near Witches, which I read by V. Schwab, which I really enjoyed. I've heard a lot of good things about this, so I cannot wait to dive into this in August. Can I just say that I think I didn't mention the fact that this is my August TBR, but it is. Roll number 4, and let's hope it's the final roll because we're getting close to the 63, but we'll see. That is another 7. Okay, I think we can manage that. So an orange meaning something content-wise. A fantasy. Thank you for this. I needed this. Thank you. Okay, so hopefully the second to final roll number 4, was actually an orange, and that was Orange Fantasy. I have quite a couple of fantasy books. Exhibit A. That makes it difficult for me to choose, so this one is definitely up for debate. One of the books, however, that I've been meaning to read is one that is sitting in my sort of priority TBR cart, which I've never showed you before, but is right in front of me actually, and that is The Gilded Cage by Lynette Noni. This is the sequel to The Prison Healer. I read The Prison Healer first early this year, and then I reread it in May, I think, during DESERTATHON or DESERTATHON. It's either May or June, and I just really want to continue this book. I think I'm currently on chapter 2, so I'm about 18 pages in, and I just really want to continue it, so I'm putting it on this TBR. As I said, it might be subject to change, but I really enjoyed the first one. So The Prison Healer basically follows a girl who's imprisoned and takes up the role as the prison healer, and then a queen comes in, and in order to sort of gain her own freedom, because her family's coming for her with the note that she should keep the queen alive, she actually takes her place in, I think it's some type of trial that no one's ever survived before, and it's just really well done. I loved the twists, the turns, it was just beautiful, and I cannot wait for the second book. So I think that is, at least I'm gonna try to read that in August. And then I think the final roll, hopefully, oh, sorry little elephant, you stay upright. Final roll is a 5. Okay, 5 it is. Green. So another physical trait about the book. Short title. Okay, that's the final one. I have no clue. We'll see what we'll do for this. Okay, final title. So the final roll number 5, was a green, and that was Green Short Title. I don't have a ton of those, and the ones that I had, I wasn't really into. But then I realized that the current book I'm reading is called Pestilence by Lauren Thalassa. I'm currently reading it on my e-reader. Yes, I put a huge picture of Ganon on there. It's a sticker. Isn't it beautiful? Anyway, currently reading on my e-reader, and I really want to continue the Four Horsemen series. So I'm gonna put War on this TBR, which is following, basically every single book is following one of the Four Horsemen. So the first one is Pestilence, I think the second one's War, the third one is Famine, and then the fourth is Death, I think. So the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I am really enjoying this first one, so I definitely want to pick up the second one as well. So that is going to be my fifth and final book of the month. Let me quickly gather up my pile and show you the books I have on there. So the 5 books that I have are The Gilded Cage, The Hatmakers, Gallant, Catching Fire, and War. So I'm really excited. It's a very mixed stack, I think, but I'm gonna put these in my TBR cart. I'm very excited to get to them. I think 5 is a okay goal. I actually have a week off, so I hope I can read a lot more. There's no more thesis to write, so that is really nice. That said, that is actually everything for this video. It's kind of weird to be back, so if I sound a bit rough on the edges, please excuse that. I'm also planning some mini rounds for one mini round for GREEKGODATHON. Not completely sure yet how we'll go about that, but I have ideas. And I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and press that little bell icon so you get post notifications every single time that we post. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!